Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on E.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Blues. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Third and long, it's Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Royce Freeman, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10.
54. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, what's that?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What?
To throw is Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's third down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm trying to collect. Motion. Pump. Right there. 54.
This is Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. 7 yards there and a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, and he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Right back to him on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there that will bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56, 56. Here we go, team.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn the overs. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
14 yards into Chicago, first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the pass.
Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the alert. Check 52's the mic. Check 52. Go. Man, that's trash.
Here's Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Parker, the intended target. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. This one caught by Ridley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Now Ryan. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go, defense. 31.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And he fires one incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. But now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Back's mine. Back's mine. 97.
Here's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Ryan. And he connects with Ebron. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 2nd and 5 now. Ryan. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, he's got his tight end over the middle. TJ Hawkinson. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12. Now it's Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, John. Go.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. A big-time sack there on fourth down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. Fourth down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 17. Ryan, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Watson. And that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They
will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That was probably going to backfire.
They run a draw here on second down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Stand up in.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Another time, go!
To throw again, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. On 1st down, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Exit. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, 24. Hey, 25.
To throw is Watson. To throw again. Now a desperation. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. Parker unable to get that one. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Mike ready. 280. Mike's 56. Watch the curve. 20.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.